everyone, and welcome to another episode of Simply Nerdy. I'm your host, Steven. I'm joined today by David.
I'm here.
He is here, the man is here, and we're here to talk about Splatoon 3. I know we are very behind. We haven't talked about Splatoon 3 at all.
I did my homework. I played the Splatfest this weekend.
Yeah! How was it, David? What was your experience like playing the Splatfest?
So, I suck at the game. There was, like, my first round that I played, someone literally, stood in waited in the responding area and just kept killing me over and over. That's how bad I was at it. I couldn't get past them.
Well, that's not your fault. That's definitely a mean style of play. Guys, play fair out there. You're ruining it for other people. Man.
Yeah. But I gave it some more chances, though. I played a few more rounds, and I actually had some fun. So.
Oh, good.
My previous experience, so I did buy Splatoon 2, and to be honest, I haven't played it too much. But you should talk about what you think, Steve.
Well, I've had emotional roller coasters on this one. When they had that direct come out specifically for Splatoon 3, I was ecstatic, super excited. Turf Wars, the 4v4, Turf Wars Return. Those stages are fantastic, especially after playing them during the Splatfest. They are awesome. I love the new stages. New mechanics. I don't know if we were able to try out the squid roll, or maybe I was just an idiot and couldn't figure it out. But the squid surge is awesome. Being able to swim up the walls in a single burst, great. Weapons are all great. I love the new additions. The bow looks like it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited to try that one out. I tried it out during the Splatfest. I wasn't that good at it, but give me time. I had to focus on making sure that Team Rock won, so I wasn't trying so hard to learn how to use it. All the new special weapons are great. The Tactic Cooler was pretty fun to use during the Splatfest. Seems like it'll be very useful. It also seems like it's a really good place to puppy guard. For the opposing team, we can just hide in some ink right next to it and then just pop out and eat your highness while you're trying to get a can of soda or whatever it is. The new lobby is fantastic, David. Did you like that new lobby?
I did like it. I haven't played enough of the old games to know how it compared to them. So
it sucked.
It was just yeah. I loved the waiting room in this. I loved how it was like one of the training rooms.
Yes.
And you could just while you waited, you could have stuff to do, and you could see when people would join the lobby, you could see their ghosts or whatever, and see them messing around in there. It was a much more engaging experience.
I agree. Nintendo, great job.
I was gonna say about that, that was my biggest complaint about some other online games I've played. Online focused team or even competitive games is when you're just waiting forever to find other players so you can even start a match, and you're just doing nothing,
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting, looking at a screen of names. It's gradually filling up. It was so boring. With Splatoon 3, the fact that the lobby was something interactive, you could just run around and play. That was awesome. I liked that.
And just pushing the L button, ability to decide which multiplayer option you wanted to play. At first, I was walking into that portal inside the lobby to pick what mode I wanted to do, but then I realized I can just push the L button and just pick what I want to do right then and there. I don't have to walk anywhere. Select what mode I want to play and just keep shooting stuff. Awesome.
I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't realize that. I kept walking into the portal thing.
That's okay. That's okay. Going back to my thoughts on the Direct, there are a couple things I was kind of upset about that I've kind of forgiven Nintendo for doing now. I've kind of come back around, but at the time, I was pretty upset, and still kind of upset, I guess, that Turf Wars are still locked behind different times of the day. I wish that was still not a thing, because I used to be working a pretty crazy schedule, sometimes 2 jobs, sometimes a job and full-time school, and there's only certain times of day I could play, and it's frustrating when the times you can actually play, you're stuck with the same 2 levels.
Yeah.
And I wish I could just pick a level that I wanted to play and go.
Yeah, that would be. That's gonna be my problem too if I play it. That I just certain times of day where I can play, where I have time, and I'd be annoyed to only have 2 of the options or whatever anytime I wanted to play. So hopefully they'll do an update or something.
Right. One other thing I was kind of bummed about, and I know maybe I'm not justified in this, or maybe it's just that it wasn't realistic expectations in the first place. But you remember back when we got our first look at Splatoon 3 and we had the like first glimpse at the story trailer, and it had the upside down Eiffel Tower, desert, and it looked awesome. And you were like, oh my word, are they going open world? And I'm like, no, open world's a little too much. Maybe it's like open stage or like open area of some kind for each level or for one level or something. It doesn't look like they went that route at all. It looks the same Splatoon stages, one at a time, linear levels mixed in with the hub. And I was kind of upset about that at first, but then I came back around. That's kind of what Splatoon is. But that hub world does look pretty cool, though. It does look a lot more open than the previous 2 Splatoon games, so I guess I can't complain there either. So I don't know. I kind of had mixed feelings on that one.
I agree with you though. That first trailer, they made the world look more open and epic than what we saw in the Splatfest, right? The Splatfest, what I played yesterday, felt a lot more like the previous games I played from Splatoon. So, like the fact that they were like hyping up like the return of the mammalians. There's gonna be this weird story in this new world, and it seems like that's kind of MIA, but I don't know, maybe we have to wait till the full game releases to actually find out.
If the single player is as good or better than the Octo expansion, we're in for a treat. The Octo expansion was the best that Splatoon has ever been, in my opinion, and I'm excited to see if they can top that here.
Salmon Run?
Salmon Run!
Salmon Run was like the one mode that I played the most. That's like the reason I bought Splatoon 2. Was because we're like, oh, this is cooperative mode. You can choose to play with your friends, and so yeah, we played that some with the Simply Nerdy crew, Anthony and Steven, and I, and that was like the only thing I played with Splatoon 2. I didn't do the Turf Wars very much, so Salmon Run is awesome.
Salmon Run was fantastic, and I love that they locked the ability to throw your salmon eggs behind your ink, so. It's not like it's not like something you can just throw an egg whenever you want. You have to have ink to do it, and it's the same amount of ink as a sub weapon.
Right, that's a lot.
I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot. that is a lot of ink. Maybe a little less than a sub weapon would have been nice, but I'll take it. There is a limitation to how many eggs you can throw at a time. I'm
excited to try that, but I have to be honest. I haven't decided if I'm buying Splatoon 3 yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to give him the pressure though. If both you and Anthony are getting it,
that's right.
And you're playing Salmon Run without me.
You heard it here first. We give in to peer pressure here. Simply Nerdy. I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I'm totally getting it, David. If you don't want to, come over and try it. I'll talk you into it. We'll get you to play it. Just kidding. No, it's gonna be great.
Oh, we didn't talk about this. The Tricolor Turf War.
Oh yeah.
Did you try that?
My word, I'm embarrassed now. Yes, we should talk about that. Go ahead, Dave.
When they announced it, I had gotten the impression there was going to be 3 full teams, and I'm sure everyone else figured that out. Like I didn't figure it out until I played it. There's still only 8 players. They split 2 people. There's like 2 teams of 2, and then 1 team of 4. I didn't know that. So like I honestly don't know why that mode is only going to be in Splatfest, because it doesn't seem like they'd ever have to worry about how many players are available. It's not 12 players; it's just 8. So.
Yeah, that was my question too. That's another thing I was upset about actually after the Direct is why is that locked behind the Splatfest? That is the coolest mode that they announced during the Direct, and it's locked behind the Splatfest. Why?
Yeah. Well, I hope they do an update where they add it. I'm hoping with Splatoon 3, like maybe they'll consider adding the new Turf War mode, like you can play anytime instead of just Splatfest.
Yes.
I also hope that. Like some of the single player stuff they add later, maybe that's where we'll see more open world concepts or something.
Right.
So that's where I'm at. Like after playing the Splatfest, I'm not good enough at the game to like that I'm sold on buying the new one quite yet. But I had enough fun. Like I had more fun than I've had in the past, where I think I need to go back and give Splatoon 2 at least the Octo expansion now that it's on the Switch Online. So I think that I had enough fun this weekend that I'm convinced to try that at least.
Nice.
Go back to Splatoon 2.
Yes.
Try that. Try the Octo expansion.
Please.
And maybe if I actually play one of those single player modes, like I'll just like get better at the game from playing it in a less competitive environment.
Yes, that will help.
if I got a little better, I could imagine having a lot more fun with Turf Wars. But right now, it's just I think we've mentioned it on the channel before. It's kind of respawn the game because, and that's what was happening on the Splatfest this weekend. When that guy was killing me every time I respawned, I was just like, I'm playing a game where I wait to respawn over and over.
I respawn the game again. Got this dirt bag in front of me. Just kidding. Oh man. So my thoughts now, like I said, I've come around on those initial gripes I had at first after the direct. I am officially now on the hype train. I am ready for this game to come out yesterday, and I'm totally getting it. I'm super happy with it. They really did earn the 3 in the title. I feel like they did enough upgrades to earn that 3 now. After playing it, I wasn't sure at first, but after playing it and seeing it, they've earned the 3. It looks great, and I'm super stoked. So let us know in the comments below. Are you getting Splatoon 3 day 1? Let us know. Did you get the Switch OLED? The Switch OLED that's Splatoon 3 themed? Because I was totally gonna get one. I had one in my cart, but I didn't have the money for it in my budget, and I was like, I'd rather honor the budget than get this and regret it for a few months.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll regret it later. But anyway, let us know down in the comments below. And until next time, guys,
keep it nerdy.